This video is to be used for educational purposes only and is not intended to replace individual research or licensed investment advice. Unique experiences and past performance does not guarantee future results. Trading stocks, options, and spot currencies involves substantial risk, and there's always the potential for loss. Your trading results may vary. No representations are being made that any software or training will guarantee profits or not result in losses from trading. This is the PremiereTrade Market Wrap.
This is the Market Wrap on a Wednesday, 2nd of January. I'm Jack Lott here on the James Dix Financial Network. Happy New Year, everybody. Crude oil futures hit the $100 mark today, surging more than $4 a barrel on expectations that U.S. crude inventories fell for a second consecutive week and on concerns that violence in Nigeria may cut output from Africa's biggest oil producer. U.S. retail sales rose 2.3% last week at stores open at least a year as consumers slowed spending during what may be the worst holiday season in 5 years. Same-store sales in November and December will increase by 2.5% or lower. The U.S. factory sector contracted in December. This, according to the Institute of Supply Management. The ISM index fell to 47.7 from 50.8 in November. Spending on U.S. construction projects hit a two-month high in November, rising by 0.1%. Spending on home construction fell by 2.5% in November, following a drop of 2.3% in October. It's the 21st consecutive decline. Natural gas producer Chesapeake Energy said that it sold a non-operating stake in certain producing assets in Kentucky and West Virginia to UBS AG and Deutsche Bank. Australia's Centro Properties Group, the fifth largest owner of shopping centers in the U.S., said it's seeking expressions of interest for some or all of its assets as it struggles to meet billions of dollars in debt refinancing ahead of next month's deadline. And Federal Mogul, a major auto parts supplier, said it emerged from Chapter 11 bankruptcy December 27th with plans for a public listing of its shares. The company entered bankruptcy back in October of 2001. In Forex news today, the dollar fell against the euro, extending last year's 10% decline due to a slowdown in U.S. manufacturing, which may give the Fed more reason to lower interest rates. The dollar fell against the euro in 2007 as the Fed lowered benchmark rate 3 times by a total of 1 percentage point to 4.25%, beginning this past September. The euro gained 10.6% last year as the European Central Bank raised its main refinancing rate twice to 4%, the highest in 6 years. The pound fell to a record low against the euro, extending its first annual decline in 3 years on speculation that the Bank of England will lower interest rates as growth in Europe's second biggest economy has slowed a bit. The Canadian dollar rose, extending last year's almost 17% gain as prices of the nation's commodity exports advanced. The yield on Canada's 4.25% two-year government bonds due December of 2009 fell 2 basis points to 3.73%. The Australian and New Zealand dollars gained on speculation. Investors were attracted to the yield premium available on the country's government bonds. Some of the scheduled economic reports coming out on Thursday include the ADP employment report, initial jobless claims, and factory orders. In earnings news, YRC Worldwide said it expects to record non-cash impairment charges in its fourth quarter from prior acquisitions. The company said the charges total $700 to $800 million before taxes. Hyundai Motor Company forecast a double-digit increase in sales for 2008 on expanded overseas production and stronger marketing. Global sales this year will total 3.11 million vehicles. That's an increase of 19.6% from last year. And we've reached the end of the third quarter earnings season. Plus, during this past holiday season, there really haven't been that many earnings reports released on U.S. companies. Fourth quarter earnings season begins on January 8th. That's next Tuesday when Alcoa releases their earnings report. Earnings scheduled for Thursday include Bed Bath & Beyond, The Finish Line, Monsanto, Sonic, Ketcher Holdings, and Landec Corporation. And some of the stocks in the news today. Merrill Lynch was in talks this weekend with Chinese and Middle Eastern foreign sovereign wealth funds to raise more capital. Vonage Holding and Nortel Networks have agreed to end pending litigation, and Advanced Micro Devices was downgraded to sell from neutral at Bank of America Securities. And that is the market wrap on this Wednesday. I'm Jack Lott here on the James Dix Financial Network.